From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Wednesday morning. We're tracking showers across the map for this morning. It looks much drier in the basin and for portions of the foothills. But snow levels this morning around 7,000 feet. They'll be dropping off to around 3,500 feet a little bit later in the day. This is definitely going to be a drier day as opposed to yesterday. The wind gusts are certainly gusting this morning out of the south and west, upwards of 35 miles per hour in the Cascades, between 20 to 25 miles per hour for the Blue Foothills. But this should spread into the basin a little bit later today. Visibility is also a concern for this morning, but I think we're going to talk about temperatures first, as these winds coming out of the south sloping down the Blue Mountain face, and so when that air sinks, it compresses and it warms. So that's why Walla Walla and Pendleton are near 60 degrees this morning, much warmer compared to the temperatures in the low 40s that we're seeing in the basin. We're seeing a mixture of 30s and 40s in the valleys. Now on to fog, as well, visibility is reduced in the Kittitas and Yakima Valley, up in the Cascades. So just another good reason to take it slow on the roadways for this morning. Okay, here's the bottom line for the forecast. Leftover showers for today, much drier for Thursday and Friday than another storm system into this week. And I'll tell you what that one's all about coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, a state organization is trying to change the laws that govern law enforcement, saying the current laws are outdated. But a local sheriff disagrees and is pushing back. We have what the Franklin County Sheriff is saying about this group. And it's been 2 months with no agreement between Hanford patrol workers and HMIS, with new developments revealing there's back and forth between the two on whether workers are being treated fairly. We have the details. Also, Santa Claus, the one and only, stopping by to surprise kids at a development center in Richland. The priceless look of joy on the children's faces, that is just ahead on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. It is Wednesday, December 18th. We're going to start your top stories off with a follow-up. Hanford security police officers are still locked out, and this after the union failed to reach an agreement with Hanford Mission Integration Solutions. After 2 months of negotiations, they've not come to an agreement on a new contract, and according to Chris Hall, the president of Hanford Guard Union Local 21, roads will start getting bad due to the cold weather, which could put employees on the site at risk. Amy Bash with HMIS says the Hanford site is secure and that there's nothing to worry about.
HMIS takes the responsibility very seriously. Our protective force team on the ground today continues to provide all of the actions necessary to ensure the safety of the Hanford site.
Bash also says HMIS is continuing to negotiate in good faith. Dave Donovan, the vice president of the union, says he disagrees with both things that she had to say.
Well, I got a phone call from the WTP Security, which is the vitrification plant, and he stated that because of our lockout, they have increased their searches at their gate, 100% inspections for people coming in.
A spokesperson with WTP responded to Donovan's comments, saying WTP's increase in inspections at its job site was not caused in any way by the situation between HMIS and the Hanford Guards Union. Donovan says, in the union's opinion, HMIS has not negotiated in good faith, which is why the union filed an unfair labor practice complaint with the National Labor Relations Board, claiming HMIS has stalled negotiations and forced the workers off the property. There's no word yet on when the two sides will go back to the bargaining table. In Washington, the Coalition for Police Accountability says outdated and inconsistent laws are governing sheriffs, police chiefs, and marshals. But the Washington State Sheriff's Association is pushing back. Our Riley Fitzgerald sat down with the Franklin County Sheriff, who says this group is trying to take away rights from voters.
The Washington State Sheriff's Association is in opposition to the Washington Coalition for Police Accountability based on legislation the coalition is trying to get passed. In the new bill on sheriffs and police chiefs' eligibility, qualifications, accountability standards, and the use of volunteers. Franklin County Sheriff Jim Raymond is one of those sheriffs who disagree with this legislation.
The sheriff works for the people of the county. He's placed in the office by the people, and he's removed from the office by the people.
The Washington Coalition for Police Accountability state a few provisions on this bill: standardized accountability, certification and background checks, consequences for decertification, strengthened background checks, regulation of volunteers, and updated eligibility requirements.
You know, the Constitution outlines the office of sheriff. It's worked for centuries. Actually, it's worked in this county since 1883, and there's been no problems. So we keep dreaming up problems that don't exist in order to, frankly, for liberals and the woke generation and stuff, trying to control policing in this country.
In the Washington State Legislature for 2025, they hope to bring forth a bill to ensure all are held to the same standards.
Basically, what they're wanting to do is they're wanting to neuter the office of sheriff, is what they're wanting to do, and they're wanting it to go away.
In a release by the Washington State Sheriff's Association, the state's coalition for police accountability would take options and authority away from local communities and law enforcement, and instead increase power and control of the state government. Sheriff Jim Raymond with Franklin County says this is too extreme.
You're taking away the ability of the voter to choose who they want their leaders to be, is what's taking place. That's how extreme it is. You know, if you want to talk about certifications and those type of things, Sheriff's Association has no arguments with that. In fact, you'd find that every one of us have our certifications and our training and background through the Criminal Justice Training Commission. This is about trying to place other organizations in charge of what the sheriff does in a county.
What Sheriff Raymond says is he wants the community to continue to be able to exercise their rights to vote. In Franklin County, Riley Fitzgerald, Apple Valley News Now.
Now, Riley also reached out to the senator and representatives who are sponsoring this bill, but they were not available for an interview. And we'll bring you a follow-up in the next few weeks with their perspective on this. And talking about money now, the city of Sunnyside has officially adopted its budget for next year. This happened during a special meeting on Monday night, and the budget shows a $10 million reduction compared to prior years, falling to $50.3 million from $62.7 million in 2024 and $61.4 million in 2023. Staffing reductions and scaled back programs will now happen, and officials say the general fund balance is still below normal levels. Council members touch on rebuilding reserves over the next couple of years.
And I think ultimately we're going to have a better city, and letting the public know we are working diligently on it, and I think about it 24 hours a day.
And I just want to add that there is nobody on this council, I don't think anybody on the staff likes this budget. Nobody is happy with where we've ended up.
One hot topic that was brought up was the city's pool. Council members say they will have more to discuss with that because of its expensive repairs, and they will discuss that early next year. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, a vigil held in Madison, Wisconsin to remember the 2 lives lost on Monday at the Abundant Life Christian School. We have the recap on what happened. But first, our chief meteorologist Josh Colbert will have your first alert weather forecast. Keep it here. We will be right back.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
Atomic Health pays me to do the in-home, I guess nursing or the things I do to help out, so we don't need a nurse. Meds, cooking, cleaning, getting them to doctor's appointments, picking up prescriptions, whatever else needs to be done. So at least once a month or whenever I need her, Sarah, or whatever nurse is available, comes to our house. If I have a worry that I'm not sure if he needs to go to the doctor, she comes and advises me and does an assessment and tells me if there's anything I need to do different, or I don't know that I could do this without her.
So we'll definitely evaluate their past employment. As a registered nurse myself, I'll look through their medical records and I'll look to see maybe what medical conditions they have, and we'll be very upfront with them, honest about whether they do have a claim that could warrant benefits or not.
Snow is in the air, and it's beginning to look a lot like savings during the holiday sale at Furniture Row. Stop in today because everything is on sale with savings up to 50%. Check out huge discounts on living, dining, bedroom, and mattresses. Or make decorating your entire home easier with 48 months, no interest financing. So pack up the sleigh, pick up grandmother on the way, and shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. Happy holidays from Furniture Row.
The holidays.
So happy to give.
And holiday trips. And holiday toys. And holiday bonding. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
Find your red tag and use your red tag bonus cash to get $5,750 total cash allowance on this Silverado. See your community Chevy dealers.
Owning a food truck was my dream, but my back and leg pain made every day a struggle. Then my personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store got me back in the picture.
Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm back to being the best version of myself.
Get back in the picture. The Good Feet store. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
The 3-Degree Guarantee, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We have a wind advisory that's in place for the Blue Foothills. This runs until 1 p.m. this afternoon. Some of the gusts this morning have been upwards of 25, 30 miles per hour. I'm thinking a little bit later in the day they'll mostly be up around 25 miles per hour. Now let's check in on some of the passes across the area, starting with US 2 at Stevens Pass. Packed snow, traction tires are required. Then taking it down to US 97 at Blewett Pass. Packed snow, traction tires also required here. Then we'll talk about, I'm trying to remember which next one I had. There we go. US 12 at White Pass. Packed snow, traction tires not required, but they are certainly advised there in that little stretch of Yakima County. Then taking it over to the Blues, Oregon 204 at Tollgate. Spots of ice, you do have to carry chains. Now let's take it down to lower elevations. Here's your day planner. 7 this morning. Temperatures, a big temperature disparity between the valleys and the foothills. The foothills dealing with those downsloping winds, so that's why they're going to be much warmer for this morning. By lunchtime, should have a decent amount of sunshine. Temperatures getting up into the 40s and 50s, then cooling things off by the time we get to 4 p.m. Maybe a shower or sprinkle left over in the Yakima Valley. So for today, a drier day compared to yesterday. A warmer day as well will be about, at some locations, could be about 15 degrees above average for this time of the year. Winds gusting out of the south and west, mostly between 20 to 25 miles per hour for the basin, for the foothills, and for the Blues. And then for tonight, should be completely dry, minus maybe a sprinkle up in the Cascades. Fog returning back into the basin, so we could get into that cycle again. Overnight lows down into the 20s and 30s. Calmer winds, but our forecast is about to get shook again as we head into this week. I'll tell you what that means coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. In your national headlines this morning, a vigil was held in Madison, Wisconsin to remember a teacher and a student, the 2 lives lost in the school shooting on Monday. 6 others were wounded, including 2 who have life-threatening injuries. Ivan Rodriguez reports from Wisconsin State Capitol in Madison.
It's okay to not be okay right now.
Moments of healing as the Madison, Wisconsin community honors the lives lost in a private school shooting.
I was really scared.
The vigil comes one day after police say a 15-year-old female student opened fire at the Abundant Life Christian School, killing 2, a student and teacher.
3 families woke up this morning to a world without a loved one.
Chief Barnes says the alleged shooter, Natalie Rupnow, who went by Samantha, turned the gun on herself. Investigators are working to determine how Rupnow obtained the weapon.
Let us remember this fact. Gun violence is the #1 killer of children in this country. That's a legacy we cannot accept.
Dane County officials calling for action from legislators to prevent future tragedies.
Our laws in Wisconsin are far too lax when it comes to access of guns by children. We should have safe storage laws. We should have background checks. we should have red flag bills.
For now, resources pour in to help a community in mourning.
These dogs bring comfort. We've encountered children, many of whom have really remained silent without words because of trauma or other experiences, and yet they'll spend a few moments with these dogs, and suddenly they begin to talk again.
In Madison, Wisconsin, I'm Ivan Rodriguez.
Officials are now saying the 911 call about the shooting first came from a second-grade teacher, not a student, as it was first reported. And according to a news conference from yesterday, investigators' top priority is finding out what the shooter's motive was. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, Santa Claus is making an early stop in Richland to surprise kids at the Children's Development Center. Our Dan Hansen was there to capture the moment and has the story in just a few minutes.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,850 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
What are you up to, Alice?
Well, the nice mechanic asked me to check the pulleys.
Wow, I just realized you can see things we can't. I've always wondered what's in those small windows.
It's marketing.
So that's where they hide out.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including bowling, a ropes course, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
What does dino casting call mean?
That seems bad.
I'll get my resume ready.
Prosser Memorial Health orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist Dr. Tegan Goodell is now caring for patients at Prosser Orthopedic Center. Dr. Goodell brings his expertise in sports injuries and advanced arthroscopic procedures to the community, offering comprehensive care to athletes and active individuals throughout the region. To schedule an appointment with Dr. Goodell, call Prosser Orthopedic Center at 509-786-5599 or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
If you're injured on the job, you need an experienced workers' comp attorney.
Workers' compensation is complex. It has its own laws, doctors, courts, and judges.
For years as an assistant attorney general, I represented labor and industries. Now, I fight for injured workers.
If you were hurt at work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411, Bothwell and Hamill.
Tonight, coming to ABC and Hulu, the biggest holiday event of the year, Jingle Ball. This year, featuring Katy Perry, 21 Pilots, Tate McRae, Meghan Trainor, Teddy Swims, Benson Boone, Gracie Abrams, Shabuzi, and more. iHeartRadio Jingle Ball, tonight, 8/7 Central on ABC, and stream next day on Hulu.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and step you through today's forecast. For today, it should feature showers for the Cascades, Kittitas Valley, Upper Yakima Valley, Blue Foothills, and Blue Mountains, mostly tapering off around lunchtime. Now, we can't rule out a light shower or two lasting deeper into the day for the Upper Yakima Valley. And then for tonight, it'll be dry for most of the night, but a shower or two could sneak back into the Cascades during the overnight hours. Now, let's show you some of the snowfall totals that we're anticipating for just today. Probably less than an inch for a Cascade passes, not much doing, and then not much else for the rest of the region. And we're thinking maybe between a quarter to a half an inch of water for the Cascades, but less than a tenth of an inch of water for the valleys, Basin, Foothills, and for the Blues. Now for Thursday's precip chances, tomorrow is, tomorrow's forecast could include small shower chances throughout the day in the Cascades. There could maybe even be a shower during the late morning in the Kittitas Valley. And then for tomorrow night, shower chances pick up a bit during the early to mid-evening for the Cascades and Kittitas Valley, but turning mostly dry again around midnight. So we've established that Thursday is going to be a drier day. Friday should be a pretty dry day as well. Shower chances going up Saturday, but the much wetter days are going to be in store for Sunday and Monday. Here's some of the snowfall totals we're thinking for Sunday and Monday. Not much, as snow levels are still mostly going to be above pass level, anywhere between 3,500 to 5,000 feet. But this will certainly be a pretty wet storm system, especially for the Cascades, between 1.5 inches to 2 inches of water. And then we're tracking another storm system into Christmas Eve for Tuesday and Christmas Day on Wednesday. Snow levels with that one looking a little bit lower, between 2,500 to 5,000 feet. So travel leading into the holiday could be impacted. We'll definitely have more to say about that storm system as we get more model data into the Weather Center. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Dry on Friday, small shower chances Saturday through Monday, much wetter by Tuesday. Then in Yakima, cloudy and cold Friday, 50-50 shower chances Saturday and Sunday, drier Monday, then wetter by Tuesday. In Ellensburg, also cloudy and cold to end the work week, then unsettled weather Saturday through Tuesday. In Hermiston, a dry day Friday, small chances for wet weather Saturday through Monday. Those chances go up for Tuesday. And then in Walla Walla, gray and cold for Friday, temperatures and rain chances increasing for Saturday through Tuesday.
Thank you, Josh. Getting in the holiday spirit, Santa Claus made an extra trip down from the North Pole to surprise kids at the Children's Development Center in Richland. More than 350 kids received gifts from Santa for the Benton Franklin Head Start program. The CEO for Energy Northwest handed out gifts, and he says it's something he's done for 5 years.
They will wrap a needed item of clothing and then a gift. We get recommendations from the teachers, I think, and the parents collaborate. And then the employees, they adopt the kids, and they go out and they purchase the gifts. They get them wrapped, and then our facilities group gathers everything and delivers it.
The Head Start program started in 1965. It's the longest and most successful national school readiness program in the country, and that's according to Energy Northwest. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, 25 movies have been added to the National Film Registry, and the titles range from all types of genres. Some of them you may find shocking, and you can find out if your all-time faves made the list. That's after the break.
Save now with Bi-Mart. Save now with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. On its way to your mailbox or pick up a copy in store. Save big in the bonus zone. Owner's Choice 30-roll bath tissue or 12-roll paper towels are just $19.99. Sterilite 18 and 30-gallon totes are $5.99 and $9.99. Plus stock up on pantry essentials. Find great savings on Frito-Lay party-sized bags, Blue Diamond bagged almonds, Dawn dish soap, and more. Save now with Christmas holiday savings only at Bi-Mart.
Why do patients and families immediately think of Good Shepherd? They trust our knowledge and expertise. They value the compassionate care we provide. They feel like they are being taken care of by family. From our renowned doctors and top-of-the-line technology to our state-of-the-art facilities, Good Shepherd Healthcare System. Patients first, always.
Get ready to feast at Legends Casino Hotel's ultimate all-you-can-eat seafood buffet. Dive into fresh Dungeness crab, wild Columbia River salmon, juicy prime rib, and much more. Taste it all every Thursday and Saturday starting at 4 p.m.
Have you ever had a day like this? Days are why we got in the game. Capuzza Lighting, Accident Injury Lawyers.
Save now with Cascade Farm and Outdoors' latest mailer. Watch for it in your mailbox or pick up a copy in store. Save $25 on all regular price Justin boots. All regular price Montana Silversmiths jewelry is 20% off. Save $15 on Dickies hooded flannel shirt jackets. Sports Afield gun safes are 15% off. And all 511 tactical pants are $10 off. Get the gifts they want for less at Cascade Farm and Outdoor. Northwest. Homegrown, honest values.
Next E.T., our exclusive on-set with Keke Palmer and SZA in her first acting role.
She's my coach. She's my day-to-day coach.
Plus, E.T. Then and Now with the Lawrence brothers.
Next E.T.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
From our family to yours, happy holidays.
Back to Good Morning Northwest. In entertainment news, Captain Kirk, Axel Foley, Cheech Marin, and Tommy Chong are heading to Washington, D.C.
And they're bringing Leatherface with them.
The Library of Congress announced the 25 films it selected for preservation for this year.
They include Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, Beverly Hills Cop, Up in Smoke, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which Jessica knows about.
Yes, I do, and I'll tell you about it in a second. But other movies featured is Spy Kids, a favorite of mine, also No Country for Old Men, American Me, and those are also all on the list.
The Library of Congress preserves films for their cultural, historic, or aesthetic importance, and it also accepts nominations from the public.
And big support for Dirty Dancing and The Social Network helped them get admitted this year. And as of now, there are 900 films in the library's National Film Registry. And I told this story last hour, but I was driving with my sister and my cousin. We wanted to see the Texas Chainsaw Massacre house when we were driving back to Dallas, and it was a spontaneous trip. We're trying to find it. It's dark, it's late at night, can't see it. And then we're turning around to leave. The headlights flash on the house and we were all spooked. But then we get out and take pictures and it was fine. And there was no guy with a chainsaw. So all good.
Yep.
Check it out.
Hey, it ended well. It ended better than the movie.
Exactly.
Sure, yeah.
There we go. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest at 6:30, new details on the grocery store fire that we first told you about yesterday. Not only is the owner of the store affected, but also the entire community. And we hear from the owner in our next half hour.
Christmas is fast approaching and Honey Baked Ham has exactly what your family gathering needs. Pick up one of our famous fully cooked spiral hams dripping with our delicious glaze. And don't worry, we also have whole turkeys and whole turkey breasts. Don't forget, Honey Baked Ham makes a perfect holiday gift. Complete your feast with our incredible sides and delicious desserts. So many choices! Honey Baked Ham on Columbia Center Boulevard, or call us at 509-579-5855. Put Honey Baked Ham on your table this year.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Knowing these laws sets my truck wreck team apart. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the Big Truck Heavy Hitter. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Hit by a big truck, our team knows truck wrecks and how to win for you. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the Big Truck Heavy Hitter.
The Heavy Hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, West Richland, Pasco, and Hermiston. It's time to start thinking of gifts for your friends and family. Smoke City for Less has all kinds of great ideas, like favorite character bags, trays, accessories, candles, and incense. And if your loved one is hard to shop for, get them a gift card so they can get what they want. Lowest prices and the largest selection of vape mods and the best batteries, tobacco products, kratom, and specialty products too. Check them out this season. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
Try getting deals this big down the chimney during the holiday sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, everything is on sale, like the budget-friendly Summit Eurotop, easy on the wallet for only $379.99. Purchase any Tempur-Pedic and get a free $300 gift. And check out the Buena Vista Firm, now only $474.99. Or get 48 months, no interest financing, and free shipping right to your doorstep. 'Tis the season to settle in for silent nights. Happy holidays from Denver Mattress.
Prosser Memorial Health proudly offers mental health services at our primary care clinics in Prosser, Grandview, and Benton City. Our mental health providers are certified, experienced, and now accepting new patients. Taking care of our mental health is vital to our overall well-being and general health. To schedule an appointment, call a Prosser Memorial Health Clinic near you. To learn more, visit prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Floor scuffs, tears, and nasty scratches. Forget them for good with Ruby Sliders, the chair leg covers that stretch to fit most chairs and make floor marks a thing of the past. Slide it here, slide it there, slide it anywhere. Just slip them on and keep your floors looking like new. They fit any size or shape furniture leg and glide effortlessly. Forget flimsy felt pads and caps that don't fit. Just stretch it on and slide it. Call or click now to get Ruby Sliders for as low as 99 cents with free shipping.
A ski area on the Idaho-Montana border. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6. This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
All right, Josh, because you got your forecast wrong for once in your life, someone at home is richer.
Yeah, because I did this. Someone's doing this this morning. So our winner this morning is James Pavlinack. We hope we're saying that correctly, but James Pavlinack of Kennewick, he wins $100 because I got it wrong yesterday. I went with a forecast high of 46 degrees in Pasco, and unfortunately the high verified outside of the 3-degree threshold. In fact, I missed this by quite a bit. So congratulations to James. He wins the $100. If you want to find out how to win your own jackpot, you can click on the contest page at applevalley.newsnow.com. Also, you can you can scan the QR code that is listed on your screen. Now, here's my forecast for today, 56 degrees. If it falls within 3 degrees to either side, so 53 to 59, the current jackpot's going to go up to $25. If I get it wrong, no one's going to win anything because the current jackpot is at a big old goose egg for right now. By the way, those are the forecast highs for Pasco, just to clarify. Okay, right now the radar definitely not looking as active as it did just yesterday morning, just 24 hours back, as we're seeing just some scattered showers on the map. Snow levels at around 7,000 feet for this morning, falling down to 3,500 feet a little bit later today. We're maybe expecting like another inch of snow for a Cascade passes. The much bigger impact from today is going to be the winds, especially up in the Cascades for right now, as they're gusting out of the south and west upwards of 40 miles per hour, more like 15 miles per hour for the foothills of the Blue Mountains. And a little bit later today, we're thinking that some of this might spread into the lower Columbia Basin and lower Yakima Valley. And given that these winds are sloping off of the northern face of the Blue Mountains, that air is sinking and compressing and warming, so that's why Walla Walla and Pendleton are so much warmer as opposed to the basin and the valleys. All right, visibility also a concern for this morning, specifically up towards Snoqualmie Pass. Another good reason to take it slow on the pass. Now let's take it to the Tri-Cities. Here's your coat cast for today. Actually going with a light jacket for most of the day, then back to heavy jacket stuff for this evening. So for today will be about 15 degrees above average for this time of the year. I'll take you on a zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Now we start this half hour off with continuing coverage on a fire we first told you about yesterday. The fire at a grocery store in Mesa means the owner's livelihood is now destroyed. Our Monique Ledesma tells us the fire not only affects the owner, but the entire community of Mesa.
JC's Grocery and Deli Store is the only grocery store in the Mesa town, and after serving the community members for years, the grocery store owner is now left picking up the pieces of what's left of his grocery store. The call for help came in just before 9:15 p.m. on Monday to the 100 block of North 1st Avenue. Witnesses reported seeing the store on fire. Fire crews from Franklin County Fire District 1 and 4 raced to the scene, as did a crew from the city of Connell and deputies with Franklin County Sheriff's Office. Franklin County Hospital District was also on standby. Firefighters say when they got to the store, heavy smoke was coming from the roof. The store had significant smoke, fire, and water damage.
All we can see was, of course, it's a community little store, so we're in it a lot. It looks like it started in the cashier's workstation. It was one of the starts, and then down the line and where the fountain pops and the coffee machines, that's where the heavy damage was to the building in those areas.
Some community members are still finding out that they'll have to do extra traveling for some of their necessities.
Just now, when I pulled into the post office to check the mail, I looked over there and I thought, oh, what the heck? The store's burned. I was going to ask them in here what happened because I didn't know when it burned.
Victoria Pence says for her mom, going for a quick run for something like sugar just got a lot harder.
I think she would go over there every once in a while for like milk or stuff if she was out and I couldn't make it here. So it's going to make it a little inconvenient for her not having it there.
Pedro Solorio says even though he doesn't live in Misa, he would make trips to the store from Elitopia. I've translated Solorio's interview from Spanish to English. Every now and then I would go when I would come to the post office to check my mail. Sometimes I would stop by and go grab some things that I needed. It wasn't all the time, but I would go every now and then. I did ask the owner for an interview, but he declined at this time. He says he's still in shock over what happened. The Franklin County Sheriff's Office says the cost of damages is still not known at this time or when it will reopen.
Yeah, it's likely to damage to be reopened in the near future. Looks like it'll sustain quite a bit of structural damage based on my knowledge of it.
As for the cause of the fire, that's still under investigation. Reporting in Misa, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Monique. Talking about some community events now and getting in the holiday spirit, the Lutheran Community Services Northwest is hosting its annual Holiday Lane. They're collecting gifts for families that are a part of their mental and behavioral health programs. Their halls are decked out in Christmas themes, leading parents and guardians to an area where they can pick out presents for their kids.
Kids that might not otherwise get gifts have the opportunity to get those gifts under the tree. And the way we do our program here allows parents to come in and shop, pick out their gifts for their kids. So it's a little more intentional, a little bit more, it's just a little easier than doing where we adopt a family and they may not get the gifts that they really want or what they're into.
The Lutheran Community Services are supporting more than 200 families and over 500 kids this year, and they're continuing to accept donations at their offices through the 19th, which is tomorrow. Any leftover presents will be donated to Safe Harbor, which is a support center for Tri-Cities children that's committed to preventing child abuse and neglect. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, we're introducing you to panini. Nope, not a grilled sandwich. We're talking about this cutie on your screen. She's a poodle mix who's in need of a forever home. We have more on panini in just a few minutes.
From our family to yours, happy holidays.
The Season of New Traditions sales event is going on now at Overturf Kia. Save big on select new Kia vehicles. 2024 Kia Telluride EX with all-wheel drive starts at $44,699. Plus, get 5.49% interest for 72 months. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Knowing these laws sets my truck wreck team apart. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Hit by a big truck, our team knows truck wrecks and how to win for you. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Christmas is fast approaching, and Honey Baked Ham has exactly what your family gathering needs. Pick up one of our famous fully cooked spiral hams dripping with our delicious glaze. And don't worry, we also have whole turkeys and whole turkey breasts. Don't forget, Honey Baked Ham makes a perfect holiday gift. Complete your feast with our incredible sides and delicious desserts. So many choices! Honey Baked Ham on Columbia Center Boulevard, or call us at 509-579-5855. Put Honey Baked Ham on your table this year.
These are real people seeking solutions to real pain.
I have plantar fasciitis. My feet, my knees, hips, and back.
And then they were fit with Good Feet arch supports. Clinically proven. Significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm not feeling any pain. My heel, that's where I always feel it.
Pressure off your knees?
Yeah, actually. I didn't notice any pain in my back. I feel like I could walk all day in these.
Take back the life you love and book your personalized arch support fitting today.
Prosser Digestive Health Center is now offering gastroenterology services daily, including weekends. Board-certified gastroenterologist Dr. Jack Brandenburg provides the full spectrum of digestive health care. His services include colon cancer screenings, treatment for swallowing problems, inflammatory bowel disease, liver disorders, and more. To schedule an appointment, call Prosser Digestive Health Center at 509-786-5599 or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Pack up for a holiday road trip. The Kraken head to the Windy City, prepping for a showdown with the Blackhawks.
This is a huge trip for us. We play for the guy next to each other, and that's how you win hockey games.
Kraken, Blackhawks, pregame at 5, Thursday night on Apple Valley News Now.
Next live, James Marsden and comedian Ilana Glazer. Plus, our Yuletide tournament continues.
They're holly.
They're jolly.
They're holly jolly games.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Here's your ski report sponsored by Schweitzer. We're going to start off at Schweitzer proper. 2 inches of new snow per the last update, which happened at some point yesterday. The base depth now up to 42 inches. Now we'll take it down to Ski Blue Wood, where we are the base depth not as impressive as Schweitzer. White Pass just 25 inches. No new snow per the last report. And then for White Pass, the base depth did grow. So now it's up to 40 inches, 3 inches of new snow per the last update. Now let's take you on a zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast, starting off in Kittitas County. These highs today are going to be warmer as opposed to yesterday, 30s and 40s. Wind should be pretty light overall, minus this morning, as obviously they're gusting upwards of 40 miles per hour for Snoqualmie Pass, but give it a few hours and these winds should certainly calm down in the Kittitas Valley. Then in the Yakima Valley, also much warmer compared to yesterday, will be in the 40s and 50s. Plenty of sunshine for today, especially in the lower valley. And then for the lower Columbia Basin, breezes already starting to pick up. We can hear our building is shaking from some of the breezes this morning already. And a little bit later today, they could gust upwards of 25 miles per hour. Highs getting up into the mid-50s. Lots of sunshine a bit later in the day. And then for the Blue Foothills, these breezes also gusting out of the south and west, upwards of 20 to 25 miles per hour. And remember, there is that wind advisory that's in place for the Blue Foothills, and that runs until 1 p.m. this afternoon.
All right, for this morning's Operation Best Friend, we're introducing you to Panini. She's a 4-month-old and considered one of 6 sandwich dogs that needs a home not only for the holidays, but for forever.
Panini is appearing with her brother, who we will feature next week, so really we're giving you a sneak peek as well. So take a look at Panini.
As You Wish Real Estate. Operation Best Friend, sponsored by As You Wish Real Estate Services and the Manthei Group Cross Country Mortgage.
I'm Amy, and I am with Mikey's Chance. This is one of my foster puppies, Miss Panini. She is about 4 months old. Her mom was a small poodle mix of some kind. We're not really sure what's going on, but her and her siblings have been in Mikey literally since they were born. She is a very, very sweet girl, very independent. Started training, she's really good. She's been crate trained and potty trained. Started leash training and some basic obedience stuff. So she is already ready to go. She's fully vaccinated. Hi. All of my foster puppies, we have a lot of different friends at home. So they are used to cats as well as other animals, as well as my 2 full-grown dogs at home. So they're pretty well socialized. I haven't been exposed to kids a lot, but they are pretty neutral when it comes to those kinds of social situations. Panini is definitely a wild card. She's a very independent spirit, so she is all about squeaky toys and playing chase, playing tug, but also she loves to just sit down and have a good chew. Antlers and horns are her current favorites, but we flex between a lot of different options. So if you're interested in fostering or adopting, you can contact Mikey's Chance either through their Facebook page or their website.
Oh, look at this. Was that a pumpkin? like a scarf. It looks like a pumpkin, but it looks like a scarf she was wearing in that little picture.
I think so. I'm very photogenic to hit you with those eyes, that look.
She's so cute. I can't look because then I'm going to want her. And I just got a new cat, which I need to tell you about.
Oh, California's got it. Wow, that's a big development.
And my OG cat, she's terrible. She's never liked anybody. So it's been interesting to see because
they're territorial.
But she's getting along pretty well.
Good.
So I'll keep you updated on what happens.
Please do, yeah.
And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, Disney had planned to add a transgender storyline to its new animated series, but they're now changing those plans. And we have the details coming up in your morning sprint. But first, Josh, what are you tracking?
Yeah, I'm tracking some drier weather for today and tomorrow, but then the active weather ramps back up into this weekend. I'll tell you all about that coming up on the other side of the break.
I met a cute poodle outside. She said everyone's talking about you and how you work for free.
When you're injured and have the heavy hitter on your team, we win or it's free. Hello? That cute poodle you were talking to wants to have a play date.
Let's go.
Call 853-2222.
It's not hard to be a mom. It's hard to be a good mom. It's easy to be a bad mom. That's so easy. But to be a good mom is hard. To be a bad mom, that's as easy as being a great dad. That's...
Nikki Glazer, Alive and Unwell Tour. Legends Casino Hotel, Friday, February 14th. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster and Legends Gift Shop. She's alive and unwell. Don't miss Nikki Glazer.
Thank you, good night.
Save now with Cascade Farm and Outdoors' latest mailer. Watch for it in your mailbox or pick up a copy in store. Save $25 on all regular price Justin boots. All regular price Montana Silversmiths jewelry is 20% off. Save $15 on Dickies hooded flannel shirt jackets. Sports Afield gun safes are 15% off. And all 511 tactical pants are $10 off. Get the gifts they want for less at Cascade Farm and Outdoor. Northwest. Homegrown, honest values.
Save for your Christmas holiday at Buy-Mart, including bonus zone savings on Elements 55-inch smart TV for just $249.99. Store-wide Christmas savings are happening now with Buy-Mart's latest savings book.
And now a joke from Yolk's Fresh Market.
What did the egg yolk say to the lemon juice? Happy Hollandaise.
It's Santa's Big Give, where you could win $500 from Apple Valley News Now and Coca-Cola of Yakima Tri-Cities. To enter, click on contests at applevalleynewsnow.com. $500 from the big guy, Coca-Cola of Yakima Tri-Cities and Apple Valley News Now.
Snow is in the air, and it's beginning to look a lot like savings during the holiday sale at Furniture Row. Stop in today because everything is on sale with savings up to 50%. Check out huge discounts on living, dining, bedroom, and mattresses. Or make decorating your entire home easier with 48 months, no interest financing. So pack up the sleigh, pick up grandmother on the way, and shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. Happy holidays from Furniture Row.
Apple Valley News Now and Schweitzer present the Stay and Ski Giveaway, where you could win 2 nights and 4 lift tickets to Schweitzer. Enter on the contest page at applevalleynewsnow.com. The Stay and Ski Giveaway from Schweitzer and Apple Valley News Now.
I met a cute poodle outside. She said everyone's talking about you and how you work for free.
When you're injured and have the heavy hitter on your team, we win or it's free. Hello? That cute poodle you were talking to wants to have a play date.
Let's go.
Call 853-2222.
The Kraken battles Chicago Thursday at 5 on Apple Valley News Now. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and step you through today's forecast. For today, should feature showers for the Cascades, Kittitas Valley, Upper Yakima Valley, Blue Foothills, and Blue Mountains, mostly tapering off around lunchtime, but we can't rule out a light shower or two lasting deeper into the day for the Upper Yakima Valley. And then for tonight, it'll be dry for most of the night, but a shower or two could sneak back into the Cascades during the overnight hours. So now let's show you the snowfall totals that we're anticipating for today. Probably just less than an inch of additional snow for Snoqualmie Pass and White Pass. Not much doing at all for the valleys, Basin Foothills, or for the Blues, minus Tollgate. There could be maybe another inch or two for Spout Springs off of Oregon 204. Then for the water totals that we're expecting for today, between 1/4 to 1/2 inch of water for the Cascades, less than 1/10 of an inch for the valleys, basin, foothills, and blues. Now on to precip chances for Thursday. Tomorrow's forecast could include small shower chances throughout the day in the Cascades. There could maybe even be a shower during the late morning in the Kittitas Valley, but overall a much drier day. And then for tomorrow night, shower chances do pick up a bit during the early to mid-evening for the Cascades and Kittitas Valley, but turning mostly dry again around midnight. So we've established that it's going to be drier for Thursday. It should be pretty dry for Friday as well. Shower chances going back up for Saturday, but it's looking much wetter for a storm system into Sunday and Monday, but not as wintry as snow levels still going to be elevated between 3,500 to 5,000 feet. So this should mostly be above past level, at least for now. And then in terms of the water that we're expecting for Sunday, Monday, this will be a pretty wet storm system, especially for the Cascades, as we're thinking maybe 1.5 inches to 2 inches of water. And then we have a follow-up storm system that we have a good deal of vested interest in for Tuesday and Wednesday. And that's a fancy way of saying for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Snow levels going to be a little bit lower for this one, between 2,500 to 5,000 feet. So the chances for past snow could go up. That means that the chances for travel to be impacted heading into the holidays could be going up as well. So that's certainly something that me and Stacey are going to track pretty closely over the days and week to come. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Dry on Friday, small shower chances Saturday through Monday, much wetter by Tuesday. Then for Yakima, cloudy and cold Friday, 50-50 shower chances Saturday and Sunday, drier Monday, then wetter by Tuesday. In Ellensburg, also cloudy and cold to end the work week, then unsettled weather Saturday through Tuesday. For Hermiston, a dry day Friday, small chances for wet weather Saturday through Monday. Those chances go up for Tuesday. And then for Walla Walla, gray and cold for Friday, temperatures and rain chances increasing Saturday all the way through Tuesday. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, the family of Eric and Lyle Menendez taking on LA's newly elected district attorney.
Enough is enough.
This morning, the attorney representing 24 Menendez family members is speaking out to GMA's Matt Gutman, criticizing LA's new DA for his recent media appearances.
He's decided to go on every national news program and to be able to talk about, his own viewpoint of this. And he has a ton of leverage because we have family members who've been injured and have been, overlooked in this process.
What you're saying is he hasn't actually made the time to talk to the victims and the family members themselves.
They suffered loss. They've also seen the rehabilitation. They are the best people to talk to.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have the very latest on the Menendez brothers case and how the DA is responding. With your GMA First Look, I'm Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Most men over 40 look into the mirror and see this, when they could be seeing this. Most men over 40 look into the mirror and see this, when they could be seeing this. Most men over 40 look into the mirror and see this, when they could be using this. Particle 6-in-1 Face Cream for Men, the first of its kind anti-aging cream designed specifically for men. Fights eye bags, dark spots, and wrinkles. Visit ParticleMen.com and use the promo code on your screen to receive 25% off your entire order. Plus, we've got free shipping and a 30-day money-back guarantee. www.ParticleMen.com. Because seeing is believing.
Now, the Morning Sprint.
Time is now 6:52. It's time for your morning sprint. We're going to start off in your national headlines. Federal leaders have unveiled a plan to avoid a government shutdown this weekend. The plan has bipartisan support. It moves the funding deadline from Friday to March and provides almost $100 billion in disaster aid. Many Republicans are frustrated with what's been going on and blaming House Speaker Mike Johnson, who faces a leadership vote next month. And the first deadline for shipping packages in time for Christmas Day is here. The deadline for USPS ground shipping within the lower 48 states is today. For USPS Priority Mail Express, you have until Saturday. The deadline for UPS is Thursday or Monday if you do next day air. For FedEx, if you're willing to pay for it, you can cut it as close as Christmas Eve with same-day shipping. Disney has cut a transgender storyline from its new animated Pixar series titled Win or Lose. The animated show centers around a co-ed middle school softball team called the Pickles. A source says the storyline involving gender identity will no longer be included, but the character will still be in the series. In a statement, Disney said they recognize that many parents would prefer to discuss certain subjects with their children on their own timelines and terms. Win or Lose will begin streaming February 19th on Disney+. Now we go to your top 5 local stories that you need to know this morning. The Hanford Guard Union and HMIS still have not come to an agreement. There's been a lot of back and forth, with the union saying HMIS has not been negotiating in good faith, but HMIS saying they have. There's still no word on when the two sides will go back to the negotiating table, and you can find more details about the story up on our website. The city of Sunnyside has officially adopted its budget for next year. It's $10 million lower compared to prior years. So the city will make staff cuts and scale back programs. Regarding the city's pool, more discussions will need to be had regarding repairs early next year. Governor Jay Inslee is proposing a 1% tax on the state's wealthiest people. This is to address a $12 billion budget gap. He issued a budget proposal for the 2025 to 2027 biennium, urging lawmakers to avoid putting a burden on the lowest income people. The tax would raise $3.4 billion in the 2 years immediately after it's implemented. The Bend County Election Center is in need of volunteers for the February special election. They need 2 different groups to write their opinions, one to write the cons of the Kaiby School District levy and another for the cons of the Richland School District proposition. If they don't get enough volunteers, it could affect voters' decisions. And to volunteer, you do need to live in the area, and the deadline to apply is today at 4:30. Lutheran Community Services Northwest is hosting its annual Holiday Lane. They're collecting gifts for more than 200 families with over 500 children. They're accepting donations at their offices until tomorrow. Any leftover presents will be donated to Safe Harbor. And trending now, so we learned about Taco Bell last hour, and now we're talking about Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's about to pop up on your screen shortly. In just a few minutes.
Well, anyway, KFC is testing out a new concept restaurant that focuses on sauce and dips. The prototype is called Saucy. And it opens Friday in Orlando. Orlando gets all the good stuff.
I know, we need to get
Universal,
some. We want
Disney,
Saucy.
Saucy.
And the restaurant centers around 11 new dips as a nod to the 11 spices and herbs on its fried chicken. Instead of KFC's classic red design, the outside is covered in pink.
The interior features kiosks, brightly colored seats and tables. There's also space for live entertainment.
Ooh. And the new concept is part of efforts to boost sales after several quarters of declines at its U.S. restaurants. Saucy. I like the name.
Yeah.
I mean, it's saucy.
I like the concept
it's bossy.
too. And saucy, it's bossy, and I want it here. I want it here in the Tri-Cities.
I know, we need to get something like that. Or at least the Taco Bell one that they talked about, the Live Moss Cafe.
Yes.
Something.
Yes.
Give us something.
All right, let's go ahead and talk about weather very quickly. Showers mostly tapering off. Could get a quick little burst of rain this morning in the Tri-Cities, but that should be quick hitting. The rest of the day should mostly be dry. The bigger impacts are going to come from the winds. Right now, gusting upwards of 40 miles per hour up towards Snoqualmie Pass. We have that wind advisory that's still in place for the Blue Foothills up until 1 p.m. this afternoon. Also, temperatures for this morning much warmer because of those downsloping winds. Not only in the foothills, that's starting to spread over into the Tri-Cities at this point. A little bit later today, we're going to be about 15 degrees above average for this time of the year.
Thank you guys for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find updates on our website. That's applevalleyNewsNow.com. Have a great day.